out. I'm actually in the house today. Right, well I just got out of the winds and it got really quite warm, so I took the opportunity to kind of slow down, take a little break, under the jacket for a bit just to make sure I don't get too sweaty, and I also stopped at this little water source here just to filter some more water because it's not been freezing for a while. This is solid ice. You know, I can hit me, but I'm almost at the top. That's cool. I'm currently in a cloud. Can't see nothing. I'm hoping it's going to clear because it has cleared up and then clagged back over again a couple of times, so fingers crossed. Right, fingers crossed I can get some views. If not tonight, then tomorrow morning at least. We'll see. Well, I've got pitched up. As soon as I started pitching the tent, the wind just went bloody mental, which is annoying. I didn't get a chance to film me getting up here or putting the tent up. I couldn't film putting the tent up because I had to do it so quick. I'm in the tent. It's blowing an absolute gale. The tent is fine though, like, but the ground I was pitching on, it's not very good. But we're alright. The tent's, you know, it's pretty solid. It's flapping around like nobody's business, but now I can do about that. Just gonna have probably a sleepless night. Yeah, I'm all changed into me gear, so I've got my merino underwear on, plus some down trousers. I've got a down jacket, so I'm gonna head outside if the wind dies down, so I can maybe cook up some food. If not, I'll just stay in the tent and probably just, I've got some donuts, I'll probably just have some donuts. Jesus Christ. It's a straightforward route back down, so if I need to, I'll just get a head torch on and I'll head back to the car. And I don't really want to because it'd be not ideal and not particularly safe. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, I'm gonna have a look around the tent, make sure everything's staying put. Just retension the guy lines and stuff like that, and just make sure I'm alright. And I'll, like I say, anything bad happens or anything fantastic happens, I will bring you back. Oh, the battery on the camera's gone because of the cold. I can't be bothered to change it, I'll save it for the morning. But this is currently my situation. around like nobody's business. It's freezing cold, you can't see anything. I'm basically inside a cloud. Yeah, the wind is biting. So as much as it said that it wasn't going to get below 3 degrees tonight, it's probably, with the wind, it's probably feeling more like minus 4. I'm alright though, I've got enough warm gear to keep me warm inside the tent, but it's so cold and windy out here, I can't get out to cook. The vestibules in this tent are not great. I was wanting to have a different tent to do this by now, but it didn't arrive on time, and this is my hardiest tent to the elements, but the vestibules are tiny, so actually cooking is pretty much a no-go. There's a little area down here, so get out of the wind in here just a bit. I might cook, but at the moment my fingers are freezing, and I just want to get in the tent and just try and stay warm. I've got some cold food that I can have, so I'll have a cup of coffee in the morning, and I'll have some hot food tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to sit in the tent and watch some stuff on my phone, just ride the night out, I think. Jesus. Alright guys, I haven't put the GoPro on yet. I'm just making myself some breakfast, had myself a cup of coffee. It got cold last night, bloody hell. I didn't even realise it was supposed to get this cold, but the actual tent is frozen. You can probably see all the ice crystals on it. Like the whole fly sheet, inside and out, just like thick with ice. So that's gonna be fun to pack up and take home. But this is not what I expected either. Look at that. It's actually gone a bit cloudy since I got up. It was fantastic before. I got some pictures, so I'll put them on the screen as well. My God, what an amazing sunrise I'm getting, apart from the clouds now. So I'm going to quickly scran this. I'm going to quickly get packed up, squared away before I get enveloped in clag. And then what I'll do is, I was going to show you this coffee machine. What I'll do is I'll show you when I get off the tops, and I'll make another stop, and I'll show you then. What a day! The sun's finally come back up above the clouds again, so I've got just so you can see all these bits of water here. A bit of a big mark here. So maybe in a dickhead was testing out how thick this was last night. All the way up, I put my foot straight through this bit. See where it's all thinner? That's where my foot was. You can see I've got literally frozen bits of bog on my shoelaces still. Thankfully the insides of my boots didn't actually get wet, so putting them on this morning was fine. Tops of my socks did though, but I had a spare pair of socks that I was sleeping in anyway, so I'm happy as Larry. I've got warm dry feet. Job's a good one, and this bog is all frozen, unlike that yesterday, so this is actually really easy to walk across today. Happy days. Whoa, you do not want to be falling down there. Look at that. So this is where you got to watch out, because I was hoping for a bit of snow yesterday, but if you see this slope off here, that might have been totally flat. It'll just be a snowdrift, which would mean you'd be really good. Because if I didn't know the path was here and I stepped here and slipped, I'd just be deed. I don't know if you can see this on my camera, but that ring and a little ring in the middle, that is what they call a broken spectre. I only just learned what these are, and I've just thinking, oh sorry, I've just sworn. Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. Well, I'm walking into the clag now, so this is going to be interesting. I remember the way though, but I've still got the maps on my phone, so I'm not worried. It's a stark difference from when I was on the tops. It'll clear out though. It's supposed to clear out. It's supposed to be quite a clear day today. So once that sun gets a bit higher up, it'll burn all this off. I'm still on the steep bit, so I've only probably going about 3/4 of a mile. It is deadly quiet now. All I can hear occasionally is a couple of grouse. Very strange, very misty, very eerie. Just hope that some figure doesn't appear out the mist and get me. I'm about halfway down, and then I've got to get into the valley and then over a little lump and then back to the car. So I was supposed to do a little rundown of my new gear that I was testing out last night, but didn't have a chance. I had the wrong tent, and it really did annoy me that I couldn't get the proper tent I wanted. I was supposed to have the OEX Wacaco II, like I said last night, which would have been an absolute palace. But I had to take the Phoxx II. Like, it's fine widthways, and moving around in it without any gear in it, you know, it feels alright. As soon as you get a sleeping pad and your gear in there, because you have to put your gear in there because the vestibules are just not really big enough, you're in a little box. I may as well have taken my little one-man tent, because I felt like I would have had just as much space. But yeah, it was something moving around. It was cosy, not in a good way. But my sleeping pad, although I was pitched in a bit of a wonky ground because there wasn't much flat stuff up there, it was still lovely. It was the big Agnes Rapide Insulated. I didn't feel a thing on the ground at all. I took my Alpkit 3-season quilt and a sleeping bag liner, and it was just enough with the sleeping bag liner, so I'm glad I brought it, because if I didn't, because halfway through the night I didn't actually put the liner in the bag, well, in the quilt, and then I put the liner in and I was much better, much more comfortable. So that's, you've already seen that bag anyway. So yeah, just make my way down through this quagmire. Oh no, hang on. There we go. Just had to derobe, well, most of my stuff, because it's a lot warmer down the bottom than it is up the top. I don't think it's clearing up today. It's Clag Central. Yeah, the rest of the day I'm just gonna chill out. I've got a day off with the missus, so gonna get out me sweaty gear, get the soggy tent all put out, which is the top tip. Keep your stuff dry. All the stuff you need to keep dry: spare clothes, sleeping bag, pillows, your mat. Put a bin bag in the bottom of your pack, like quite a heavy duty one. Doesn't need to be a proper pack liner because they're just extortionate. Then wrap that up, squish it down so that all the air comes out, so it's all squished in just the ball at the bottom of the bag, and then all of the stuff that you're not bothered about, that is guaranteed to get wet, all the stuff that gets kept outside, tent, your cook kit, that kind of stuff, you can then put that on the top, and then nothing that needs to stay dry gets wet. Oh Jesus. Something I forgot to mention at the top: leave no trace. All I left was an outline of my tent where it didn't get frosty on the ground, because it got frosty on my tent instead. And that's all you should be leaving. Take your rubbish with you. Anything you feel like is going to be too heavy, A, you shouldn't have brought it in the first place. B, tough titties, take it with you. Take it with you, take it home, and if you don't like it, throw it in the bin at home. I've only just started getting into this wild camping, and I absolutely love it. It really does soothe my soul, and just puts a reset button on me, on the way my perspective on things. So the more we leave no trace, the more no one cares that we're doing it. The less people leave no trace, then they're just going to come cracking down on us. I don't know if you can see. I'll zoom in, hang on. The little orange speck down there, that's the mean tangerine machine. So it's still there. Well, as you can see, I didn't make a cup of coffee when I got to that bit. So I thought, I've got home now, I've got the gear out of the car, so I'll just make another cup of coffee, just so I can show you it. So because it is supposed to be a coffee page as well as a hiking page. So this is what I used this morning for my cup of coffee. It's by a company called Wacaco, or Wacaco, and it's called the Nanopresso. So this is what it looks like. It's fairly compact. It's not particularly lightweight, but it's, you know, it's all right for taking for a one-night trip up the tops. What I've done is I've actually put the Nespresso capsule adapter in it, so that means I can just use the little capsules. It just works better for me, especially if I'm doing a lot, like, you know, hike where I've got like a lot of stuff. I don't want to be carrying a lot of rubbish as well, and because of the little Nespresso capsules, you can just, like, there's no coffee waste at the end of it. You can just stick it straight in your rubbish bag. They're only this big, and yeah, they just work a bit better for me when I'm out on the trail, and it's still nice espresso, so win-win. So I'll show you how this goes together before the stove gets set up. So the Nespresso capsules, these are them. See how small they are. Take up no room or no weight in your pack. They screw into the top here, like so. I'll show you that again, actually. Just there you go. So it looks like that. This goes on the top, and you screw it tight. So basically it all screws together and it pierces it. Then your boiling water goes in this one here, and when this then pops out, and it's basically you manually pump the water through the bottom, and through this nozzle you get your espresso, and this thing comes with its own little espresso cup as well. So no muss, no fuss. I don't need to carry extra cups. I don't need to carry anything else apart from this and the capsules. So for boiling my water, I've got my titanium pot and a little titanium alcohol burner there. Fuel in there. Yeah, just get the pot on, get it on the boil. About boiling there now. Yeah. Hot water in here, like so. Lock that on. Pull your little cup off, and then undo that. And then all you do is you pump it. And that's it. That's the capsule piercing. Espresso going. I need 2 hands for this. Okay, and there you have it. Espresso. And it's nice. So yeah, I may as well say goodbye now because I didn't say goodbye to the car. So thank you for watching. Thank you for looking at me little gadgets for making me coffees on the trail, and hopefully I'll get back to you in the next one. I'm going to be doing the next few months I'm going to be doing a 12 bivvy challenge, so every month I'm going to see if I can get out with my bivvy, which will be just a camp overnight and probably making some coffee. It's a small pack, so I can probably take more coffee equipment as well, so look forward to different and more wacky kind of contraptions for making coffee on the tops. See you later, cheers.